We are definitely telling you more often, though, about officers hurt in the line of duty. The president of the 1082 Foundation says his volunteers have been much busier this year because their cause benefits first responders hurt or killed on the job.
But the requests have come in quite rapidly as of probably the last year, 6 months to a year. We've been helping out a lot of people, and unfortunately, it's a lot of officers that were involved in violent incidents.
And what is causing more of these incidents and what can be done? We spoke with two local experts today for a closer look.
Two officers down.
August 19th, 2021.
Police hurt, this guy's hurt really bad.
4 Albuquerque police officers hurt during a shootout with a robbery suspect in the foothills. It's one of the most high-profile instances of officers injured in the line of duty in recent memory for New Mexicans. But it's far from the only case.
I'm shot in the arm, dude.
In January, an officer shot by a suspect in Farmington.
Here we are again.
Just last month, a New Mexico State police officer shot near Cedillo Hill. And a couple weeks later, a Hobbs police officer shot by a suspect as well. And as we know, just 2 weeks ago, Santa Fe police officer Robert Duran was killed during a high-speed pursuit on I-25.
I think that people are more emboldened. There have been more injuries. People are fighting with the police more often. And I think they have been emboldened to basically go against the police, not obey police commands, and create an environment that becomes more violent. And I think
Ryan Tafoya is a local police officer and the president of the 1082 Foundation. He says violent criminals are getting bolder. Retired Albuquerque Police Commander Paul Zike agrees. Both men put a lot of blame on our state's pretrial detention laws.
They're in the system and they're quickly back out on the street. There was literally no consequences for their actions at that point.
It's been a common complaint among law enforcement since New Mexico voters approved a constitutional amendment on bail reform in 2016.
We can fix this. We just have to commit to fixing it at every level.
There was an attempt to close the so-called revolving door this past legislative session, but it ultimately failed.
And I think that has been a lot to do with the nature of our politics as of late.
The governor did sign a number of bills this month intended to fight crime statewide. They include more funding for officer recruitment, high penalties on gun crimes, and money for violence intervention programs across New Mexico. But in February, Bernalillo County District Attorney Raul Torres told us he did not believe the crime package would do enough. And Tafoya and Zike agree.
Our courts need to step up. Our legislation needs to step up and make some pretty major changes. They need to untie the hands of the courts. They need to untie the hands of the police officers.